Faslane, which is it's in Scotland, that is it? I think, probably. And he said, I really like that song. It's about time that Suede released their own version of Trash and deleted the Pinky and Perky style rendition performed by yourself and the boy Lard that's currently available. It's not bad, but it's not quite on a par with your Supergrass and Edwin Collins tunes.
Why do they do that? It's just a bit like asking for trouble releasing a record called Trash, because they are going to get a review that goes, yes, it is trash.
I know, it is. Absolutely. Has it not been done already?
Probably.
Right. Stewart Lee, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. Thanks for having us along.
Hey, yeah, no, we've had your chum here.
Oh, yeah.
The fat one.
Did he behave himself?
He did, actually, yeah, on occasion.
I don't like to let him out on his own, because you never know what he gets up to.
Well, I mean, I
You feel the same, don't you?
I know exactly how you feel. So you were at Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
For starters, weren't you?
Yeah, I got in on time as well.
Did you?
Yeah, I got in about an hour and a half. And then I sat on the grass laughing at all the people who were trapped in cars.
That's very nice.
Shall I hit him?
Hey?
Shall I hit him?
Don't.
Well, you weren't bothered about being trapped, were you? Because you were leathered by that time at the Pen and Parchment, weren't you? On your Shakespearean Scrumpy.
Yeah.
But, so were you there performing, or was this in your...
No, I was there. I was there in my capacity as an indie rock critic of the Sunday Times.
Well, that's a bit of a contradiction in
It's
terms, isn't it,
it's
really?
a bit like being wine critic of Kerrang, But it's quite good, because I got in there. I got free. I went in free.
Yeah.
And I was there not just ligging like a lot of people show. I was there for a real reason. And I slept in a tent like a real member of the public would. But I did it in the backstage area, so I had the best of both worlds.
Right, okay then. And so, what were the highlights for the Sunday Times indie rock critic at Phoenix?
The Sunday Times indie rock critic. Well, Neil Young, I've loved it. It's brilliant. Neil Young. And that was the best thing I saw. But I also went and saw loads of Jungle in the dance tent, which is not something I have an acquaintance with. I'm trying to bring the middle classes of the Sunday supplement readers into the world of drum and bass.
Right.
But I was the only person getting down to Groove Rider in a Neil Young and Crazy Horse baseball hat.
Right.
But I turned it round so I'd look a bit more, kind of on the scene.
I can't believe you like Neil Young. I find that absolutely unbelievable. Mother of mine. Bloody awful,
That's Neil Reid.
Oh, was it?
That's Neil Reid.
Very different
right.
thing.
Sorry, carry on, mate.
Yeah,
Fair enough, right, yeah. In fact, while we're on the subject of Phoenix, I wanted this. I've got a couple of kind of notes here from people who are at Phoenix, and obviously had a kind of an assignation while boxed out the trees on the grass somewhere, and they can't find the person, So we're going to do a bit of kind of a love line later on.
Matchmaking.
Phoenix love line, yeah, on top of everything else we've got to get into tonight. So what else are you going to be regaling us with later on, Stuart, without going into detail now, because we don't want you to shoot your bolt in the first half hour.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to give it away. I'll keep it as a surprise.
Fairly
Well done.
Right,
That means I haven't prepared anything.
Okay, right, you should fit in a treat then. Right, Stewart Lee, who's with us all night.
Kind of depressing, weird music.
Well, in fact, there's been a lot of talk about your stuff being all about kind of dysfunctional relationships and stuff. And there's a case in point, Stuart, isn't there?
Yeah,
because
actually, I'd just like to buy a copy of Lisa's second album again about 2 weeks ago, because my last girlfriend took it. My last ex-girlfriend.
You're going through at a rate of knots,
I'm
isn't
planning
he?
it. Well, but she took it when we split up. She took Geek, the girl, took it away.
Yeah.
But I mean, I need to get loads of copies now and sort of stack them up in the event of them all being stolen.
being
You're a heartbreaker.
But that's kind of appropriate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, the next one's called Excerpts from a Love Circus, so you might like that one. It's
Well, that'll be one to have
maybe a
stolen
little more
next
apropos to the relationship these days.
All right. Okay, right. We've got Stewart Lee with us tonight, of course, one half of Lee and Herring, and it's that time of year when you start planning for Edinburgh.
Oh yeah, well we're ahead this year. Usually we write it all like the night before and learn it in the car on the way up. But we did a tour in May of the Double Act, so we got like 2 hours out of that, and we did an hour in Edinburgh. And it's really good fun at the moment because we've had quite a year, and we've known each other 10 years now. But we actually had a fight while we were working about a month ago.
Was that your first one? I mean,
it was our first fist fight.
Oh, was it? Oh, right.
Well, it's got really scrappy, You know what it's like kids fighting. Sort of, you don't really hit anyone. You just kind of grab people's sleeves and fall over.
Yeah.
But and then somebody came in from the office across the road and went, "What's going on? Break it up!" And but it's quite good because we cleared the air a bit. And now
what started it then?
Well, I was trying to write this piece up on the computer, and I didn't know how to use the delete facility. And he was coming over, explaining it in a really patronising way. And I went, "Look, I don't want to know." And then he kicked my chair. So I hit him,
right, yeah.
and it all went from there. But actually, that's sort of, it's very grown up, It's like the Rolling Stones or something, I like to think.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing they do, fight about how to use the word processor.
Apparently,
more like dollar.
No, apparently, the last time that Mick and Keith had a fight was because Keith got to backstage catering, and there was no shepherd's pie left, and he has to have his shepherd's pie before he goes
Well,
on.
that's the kind of thing, that's very similar. Very similar thing. Anyway, so we've kind of got, we've been using that tension in the act, rather like Mick and Keith did, in some of those videos you can see there's a tension. There's a bit in it now where I nearly make Rich cry on a good night.
Oh, really?
So, it's all very amicable, but there's a genuine, exciting tension there for the audience to watch. But that's going well, and we're both doing plays. I'm in a play in Edinburgh called Oblomov that a bloke called Stephen Sharkey used to do with the Traverse in Edinburgh's written, in which I'm in one scene playing a character called Stew, who's an arrogant minor TV celebrity who comes in and is patronising and rude to his friends and then goes out again.
Right, so was this written
It was written for me, yeah. I mean, I found it quite offensive when I did it, to be fair. And also Rich has written a play called Punk's Not Dead. He's changed. He's become a very vain, arrogant playwright-style man, in which there's a character called, he's called Rob. He's played by Paul Reynolds from Press Gang and Let Him Have It, which is also clearly based on me, who's also a bit of an arse. And But I was sitting there watching it, and he's supposed to be the villain of the piece, and I was thinking, this is a good bloke, this bloke. You know, like, he's got some sound opinions about things. I was thinking, yeah, he's funny, and, you know, I agree with most of what he's saying. And then at the end, he was supposed to be like the bad guy. It was a bit strange. It's a bit weird seeing like a sort of representation of yourself in something.
So, I mean, is that the way it works inside your double act? I mean, is he generally nice and you're a bit of a surly get?
Well, that's the way we choose to play it up. I mean, listeners won't know this, but off air, Mark and Lard are utterly different in every way. So how they sound, and then as soon as their mics go up, you just slip into these crazy, outlandish characters. And you know, you're similar.
Well, we're both surly gets.
I know, yeah. So it's similar to the way you.
But we never have fist fights, do we? Because you're built like
Never have what?
Fist fights. Fist fights. No,
no, you wouldn't do that.
Because you're built like a brick shithouse, and I'm a bit scared, to be honest.
But it's weird that when you like do stuff and you know where it's come from. It's kind of like when you need some, you must get like people annoyed if you write a song called "Beautiful Schizophrenic" and someone knows that it's about them. Don't you get some comeback?
I get some pretty weird things going on. Yeah.
And people go, "Is that supposed to be me?"
Well, I saw Lisa writing on like a beer mat before, and she had this thing called Fat Tosser. And I've run my solicitor already.
But is it a fish or a fowl?
Well, who can tell? I've been trying to find that out for about 10 years now. I've investigated all his debts. So when does all this kick off then in Edinburgh?
Well, I'm going up on Friday because I'm going to Edinburgh via Richie's dad's 60th birthday party, where I hope to start a fight, obviously, with his dad.
He's going through the whole family.
But if I get him, he's trying to get his dad on me,
right?
And it'll all get out of hand. Then I'm going up Wednesday. The play's open on Wednesday, and then we start doing the double act show in about 2 weeks' time.
Right, okay.
But do come because it's brilliant, and it's the first time I've ever really enjoyed it. I always felt like it was a bit of a compromise before, but it's great now with the fighting and crying and stuff.
So we can't go due to unforeseen circumstances.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We just can't be arsed, can we?
Well, fine. How unforeseen was that then?
Quite.
These are the psychedelic foods. But anyway, it's the best imitation we've had for some time, isn't it? That was the Manic Street Preachers with You Lovers, Hi Fee. They're the boys who, according to this advert we're running, the boys who invented Welsh music and then kindly passed on their wisdom to Harry Seacombe and the Treorchy Male Voice Choir.
What about Man?
Well, I know, yeah, but apparently, no.
Shaking Stevens.
But they all got it from the Manics, because it says on a Radio 1
They travel
advert.
through time.
So it must be all right. Well,
Max Boyce. He was at all the early Manics.
All right.
All right.
Now then, Stewart Lee is still with us. We were talking about the shows that you're doing up in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
So is that something you enjoy, Edinburgh, or is it a bit of a meat rack for comedians? Are you waiting for sort of TV producers to come along
Well,
and
we
give
never
you a deal?
did that. We never did that. Me and Richard.
Hey, look at that bruise. That's a paintballing bruise, that. Go on.
You're just showing off to me that you do like hard contact sports.
Yeah.
Show the one your ass.
That was it. People at home don't know. Me and Richard gone up for like 10 years now. It's 10th year we've gone. And we'd never like thought we were going to get spotted or anything. So that's why we always do these sort of strange shows that don't really work. But I mean, that's always the point of it, really.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, well, you know,
Explain yourself then.
you have to follow your heart. But last year was great because last year was the first year after 8 years of going up I didn't actually lose thousands of pounds. So that was brilliant.
That's one thing that people don't know. They assume because you're doing a show every night and it sells out because there's like loads of people there going to 10 shows a day.
Yeah.
They assume you come away with a suitcase full of money.
No, quite the opposite. You usually lose it. So, but last year was good. Actually, broke even last year and then made a bit. Oh, that was good. But there's this guy. I read a really good quote from Dylan Moran, who's one of the young generation of brilliant Irish comedians who's coming over here, taking all our work and stealing our women who must be stopped. And he said that Edinburgh is a horrible place every summer, full of backstabbing, snide people running around in a paranoid sea of fear. But there are some nice bars, and you couldn't put it better than that, really. It's a really good summing up of what it's like. So, yeah, I'm going up again, and usually every year I've lived with outrageous adult comedian Jenny Eclair, who becomes my sort of surrogate mother for the month. Which
You're
is
in big trouble then, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a fascinating experience, if you can imagine that. Well, I'm hoping to go into care this year to escape. That'd be good. And it's a really good thing to do every year as a comedian, because like, you just spend all year working with other comics, but up there you can find time to go and see stuff like dance and performance art and plays and things that you wouldn't normally see, and then you can nick all their best ideas.
Right, yeah.
And they don't know. You can sidetrack them into
Now they know.
into what you do. No, they don't. They won't be
You
listening.
just gave it up.
They'll be in the Groucho Club or something. They'll be listening to this.
Fair enough.
But it's good. I mean, in fact, there's a real good knock on from that, because like in September I'm doing this pilot for Channel 4 with
What's
Simon.
Channel 4?
I'm not allowed to mention
Never heard of it.
for competition for the BBC, and which is this thing called Club Zarathustra, which I'm doing with Simon Munnery, who normally does Alan Parker, who's got this pilot on Friday, which is like this sort of Dadaist kind of cabaret thing we're trying to do to push back the boundaries of comedy, mainly the boundaries at the very bottom, admittedly. But, so we're doing that in September, which should be good.
And what about Fist of Fun? Is that coming back on the telly?
We're doing a big tour in 2 months, and we had a meeting yesterday with the BBC with the producer about what they want us to do. I don't know whether I'm supposed to be discussing it, but I will anyway, because none of them will be listening, because if they were, you wouldn't be able to put together a show like this. But they, because I mean, that's really good, and that's what I mean. I'm not trying to be sarcastic, I'm saying if they were listening, oh no.
Right,
anyway.
go on.
If they are, you have no job after tonight.
Let me give you a shovel and you can dig a big hole.
Uh-oh. No, they want us to do a third series. They want us to, like, change things, but I don't want to change things, so we'll have to see what happens.
Right.
So write a letter campaign in, kids. Write to them saying, don't change it.
Yeah, well, the cheeky gets them, because they want us to make a good programme. They've been not happening. They want us to make a good programme with funny
We've had
bits.
this crap for 3 years.
Yeah, commas to them.
Well, they seem to want us to be popular, and they don't realise how easy that is. It's really easy to be popular.
That is so easy to be popular, isn't it?
It's what is difficult is to be really
I
unpopular.
find it's just absolutely easy.
You know, anyone could be popular.
It's a doddle. I mean, your last album went, what, quadruple platinum?
At least, well, I can't count that high.
I know. So, like, you know, you've had all them millions of viewers, and we're stuck here, aren't we?
Well, that's why we're here tonight, to help you out.
Okay, right.
So I don't know, doing that, and then I don't know about another radio series. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll do them, but they're repeating us at the moment, which we didn't know anything about on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Which is all like re-edits of stuff, and I mean, I don't know.
Well, we're hoping they're going to do that with us, because we're going to start repeats, and then we've got 3 years off.
No, they do repeat on hospital radio. It's going down really badly, apparently.
Right, yeah, okay.
Well, I've had
just like the real thing, then.
Yes,
Right.
I'd like to people come up to me at Phoenix going, what's happened to your show? What's all that music you're playing? We usually like the music on it, so I don't know what it is. They're using the Mission Impossible theme as a theme music to it. It seems like such a naff thing to do at the moment. Anyway. But do tune in. Don't tune in. Don't turn off in protest or anything tomorrow between 9 and 10. Do tune in.
All right, then. Stewart Lee, a bit grumpy sometimes.
Got a bit of a cob on.
I'm walking a thin line between grumpy and...
No, you're walking a thin line between being on the dole and being employed.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. That makes me exciting, though, for me, admittedly, but not for anyone else.
Fairly do.
I think they're right myself.
Hey?
I think the big wigs are right.
Hey, you pleased yourself there, didn't you?
Oh, well, I'll be in a job for another year.
Stuart, get him, come on.
Rubbing it, Are you a John Cooper Clarke fan, Stuart?
Well, I'm supposed to be, because he's supposed to be like the godfather of alternative comedy, but I've never really got into him.
Did he not? Right, yeah. Does it mean anything to you, Lisa, John Cooper Clarke?
Sounds kind of like John Cougar.
Oh, yeah.
Mellencamp.
John Cougar Mellencamp. I wasn't going to bring that up because you used to play violin with him, didn't you?
That's what it sounds like. That's just what it sounds like.
Right,
but no, I've never heard of him.
He's kind of like the Manchester John Cougar Mellencamp.
Yeah, he is. And he used to be the tech store supervisor at Salford Tech, which I think is a fascinating biographical detail. Right, well, he sounds very like John Mellencamp.
Who is this guy? Who's this guy?
He's the Bard of Salford, the original punk poet. Here, listen to this. Much earlier on, in fact, the first half hour of the programme, we were talking about the Phoenix Festival with Stewart Lee, who had been down there, and did mention that we ought to do these love line requests because there are a few lonely hearts in the aftermath of Phoenix.
Like who?
Well, here we go. M in Leeds.
M.
Right, M. Right, please could you do for me a little dedication? It is to M in Leeds from another M in Leeds. I fell in love with you at Phoenix.
God.
You twisted flame-haired stunner. Thanks. M? Yeah. Please, I want me to do this every night in case he misses it. And can you play You're Gorgeous by Baby Bird? And it says there, I hope you don't think I'm a cheeky bitch. So, M in Leeds from M in Leeds. You're in there, our kid.
It's the most moving thing I've ever heard.
Don't play it. Just don't play it.
Right, and here's another one. This one is for Love and Mushrooms from Sarah in Captain London. Says, I'm just recovering from the Phoenix Festival, and I'm the one who sent you caricatures of Billy Bollock Chops. So we're going to get back to that.
What's Love and Mushrooms?
Move on.
Anyway, could I say hello and play something subtly erotic? In fact, what they wanted was this subtly erotic sound.
Not David Bowie's erection, is it?
It certainly is. And this is for the bloke who was forced to wander around half the Phoenix campsite on Sunday night, absolutely drenched and wearing nothing but a pair of boots and a well-placed guitar, singing Faith by George Michael.
That was me.
You didn't know.
Was it George?
Yeah.
No, it's George Michael.
He had a wonderfully cute arse.
It's me.
Like one George Michael.
And I wonder if he's available to hire for
I am.
my 18th birthday party.
I am. I've just lost my job on the radio, clearly, from earlier on.
Right, so there you
I'll
are.
do it.
So, if possibly it was Stewart Lee, but if you know who that was, if you can send your details in to me, and I'll send it on with love and mushrooms to Sesmo in Catford in London. First one was The Doors, Strange Days from 1967. Right, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much, Stuart.
Cheers, loved it.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.